And here is Robert Kiley doing his rendition of Mr. Toad. Very good, very good. Take a bow, Mr. Kiley. And here's Bobby playing the video games, which he does so well. And here is Bobby's imitation of a programmer. See what I mean? Bobby, turn on the TV set. Might work a little bit better. And here's that Adonis, Bobby. Looks a little bit like Arnold Schwarzenegger, doesn't he? Remember those pictures at the beginning of the tape where Brad and Jeff were going, cheese? Well, now you know where they get it from. Here we've gone all the way back to August of 1982, when we were still up in Massachusetts. We're in Alberta's backyard, and after Bobby has returned from a deep-sea fishing trip with the church, and he had the catch of the second biggest catch of the day. That's a 65-pound cod, and we never did eat that whole fish because some of it went bad. There was so much meat on that fish that there just wasn't enough to eat it all. Here's George and Bobby starting to cut all the meat out of the fish. He called me up, and he's at my parents' house, and he said, "You got to come over to George and Alberta's now." And I said, "Why? What's wrong?" He says, "I caught a fish." I said, "Oh, really? That's cute, neat." "No, I caught a big fish." And there's looks like it's George and Tom Cunningham showing Bob how to cut the fish up. He didn't have the foggiest idea how to cut a fish that big. As you can see, there's a lot of meat in that fish. We took buckets and buckets out of him. And here's Bobby back in December of 1981 saying, "He's so cute! Oh!" This was taken at Salisbury Beach. We used to go there a lot. But what's so special about this photograph, that you will probably never see a photograph like this again, because it was taken by a Kodak Insta camera. You would take the film, you take the picture, and then it would spurt out a I don't know, a piece of plastic, and then you'd wait a couple minutes, and the film would develop. Well, Polaroid had developed that thing years ago, and then Kodak decided to come up with one. And there was a big lawsuit, and Polaroid won, and Kodak had to stop making the camera. And so now you cannot make the camera. You cannot buy film for the camera or anything anymore. Here's the more serious side to Bobby. And this is Bobby probably at his peak, right around 280 pounds. Thank God he's lost all that weight. And here, the two of us are doing the tango. Boy, Judy, you do take a lot of pictures. How does it feel? Stop taking all the pictures! Ah, motherly love. Right after this picture was taken, that hand probably dropped and pinched him. Here's Bobby again with that frisbee outside our apartment at Summer Place. Here's Bobby and I having one of our domestic squabbles over at his mother's. Here's Bobby on the way to one of our many birthday parties that we have in the family. And in the background is a good picture of our apartment at Summer Place. Bobby always says that we pick on him needlessly, that he never does anything deserving that. Well, here's proof otherwise.
Oh no, it's the four-armed monster!
And this one's for Kim. Remember all those times, Kim, that you'd call and you thought your brother was listening very intently to what you were saying? Ha 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 ha. And this is called disciplining your child, even when he's 25. And here's Bobby and a very young Patrick, and I believe behind Bobby is Keith. And here's Bobby proudly showing off his brand new briefcase. And this is what you call a Mazza butt, or lack of, for that matter. I had to make this zoom very, 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 very close with a microscopic lens to get this a good picture like this. And these are the sample photos that Bobby uses for his modeling career. This one was going to be the cover picture for one of the sporting magazines, but at the last minute they found a good picture of a fish. And this one was going to be the centerfold for that same magazine. Oh, don't pout, Bobby. There'll be other chances. There'll be other magazines.